Hello, my beautiful collective. Elsie here to do a reading for you. Just thought I'd come here and throw down some collective energy. This is for the whole collective. So that's why it's not timestamped, my friends. It's because it's for everybody. It's not just for you. Let's find out what's going on. Let's figure it out. What are we going to use first? Here, we'll use these ones first. So I hope you are well. Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. And if you are interested in communicating with me or interested in exchanging energy with me, please do so in the comments. Thank you so much for your thumbs up and for all the ways you love on this channel. I appreciate you. Here we go. What have we got here? We've got apology and manifestation. Have you been manifesting an apology from a twin flame? What is going on here? What is going on? Let me take one of these. Tell me what is going on, please, for the collective. We've got the dog and we've got the lion. Let's get a couple of these. I love all the extra energies. It's what I like to do when we do just these collective creative readings here, because I get everybody's energy and I love it. Here we go. We've got grief. Now we've got trust. Okay, what have we got in the bottom? We've got fear. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. I feel like this connection terrifies you, only because it is one that I feel is a twinned energy or a deep soul connection energy here, and it feels like there is somebody here who mirrors you, and that can be a little terrifying, because once they mirror you and then you see within you the thing that you have to change, sometimes it makes us run, because we feel like with the twin, especially someone who's mirroring our energy, we feel like it's their fault, that they did something to us to make us run. But the truth is we're running from ourselves, because our twin is ourselves. I hope that made sense at all. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have an old man. We have inheritance from a male. So for some of you, you could possibly be looking at some sort of an inheritance that's on the way. We have release grudges, wounds, and pent-up feelings through healthy activities. Look, if this is a twin relationship, that's the only way to get through it, is to release, constantly release. We have loyalty and determination. We have strength and success. So I feel like this person started out as your friend. I feel like you're very loyal. You're a very loyal friend to this person, and you have a certain determination. If you are the one who is in a twin relationship, that you have a certain determination to make this work. Now, that being said, please be reminded that twin relationships are not always romantic. In fact, most of the time they are not. They're here. You come to this earth with a twin, to find that twin, to make it back and to fulfill all of the things that you meant to fulfill while you were here. That doesn't necessarily have to include romance. In fact, very little of the time does. So we have strength and success. We have the lion. We could be talking about Leo energy here, possibly. Loyalty and determination, strength and success. So it feels like you're never going to give up. Somebody here is never giving up. And it feels like somebody's having the courage to continue to move forward. We do have grief here, and it says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So it does feel like we're in a runner-chaser sort of dynamic here. And we have trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So somebody here's third eye has opened, and excuse me. The third eye is opened, and I feel like you are listening to the inner self. You're listening to your gut. We do have blue here, which is the throat chakra. And so it feels like speaking it out is going to be your best bet. It does feel like, though, somebody's in separation. It does feel like there is grief here. All right, what are we using here? Let's get a deck. Let's talk about it. Tell me about the collective, please. Tell me about the collective. What else do we need to know? Give me some information through tarot. So somebody here is manifesting an apology from the twin, manifesting somebody coming forward here. We do have the Three of Wands. We have the Three of Pentacles. So threes are about journeys, right? About journeys. The journey is close. There is something here that that is coming in the future. It is some sort of a partnership, something that you're willing to work on with someone that you already know. We do have the 9 of Cups. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Page of Wands. And we have the 10 of Swords. Okay. So it's been a difficult time. It's been a difficult time to communicate, mostly, I think. We do have the Page of Pentacles in the distance here in the future. I want to say that there's no communication right now between you and another person, whoever we are talking about here. Take it as it resonates. That there is the Ace of Swords in the reverse. And so it's like those are muddied waters to me. It's like, I think I know what's going on, but I don't understand, because things that are in the Pentacle world aren't working out the way I thought they were supposed to work out. So things that are in the Pentacle world, it feels like you're waiting for things to come toward you. You're waiting for someone who has ended something. So it could be that if you are in this twin flame thing, the runner-chaser dynamic, that right now you're in separation. That this 10 of Swords tells me that it was terrible. It was awful. The ending was hard, and it felt like a betrayal. It felt like it felt like somebody stabbed you in the back. Look, if you're going to get through this, if you intend on continuing to pursue the twin flame dynamic, you're going to have to get over that stuff. And that's the truth of it, because this is going to keep happening. They're going to keep mirroring you. You're going to keep mirroring them. We're going to go apart. We're going to come back together. It's going to be over and over again. It does mimic sort of a relationship that's very dysfunctional. But please know that a soulmate relationship is not like this. A soulmate relationship is very flowing and easy. But of course, the twin flame dynamic is more about learning lessons and finding higher levels of consciousness through what they mirror back to you, right? So working on the self ultimately is what it's all about. It's never really about chasing after love. It's about fixing the self. It's about learning the self. So it feels like that right now that there is a break of communication. We're not talking about it, but I think you're expecting that something is around the corner. You're expecting that there might be some communication coming in, but you're unsure what kind of communication will come. We have the 3 of Pentacles. And so I feel like you two started out as friends, or you started out as being, in some sort of a partnership or collaboration. It feels like you have a solid foundation of some sort here. And I feel like you are expecting some good energy coming in, though. It feels like with the Page of Wands that there is some sort of a message coming in that is going to make you happy, because the 9 of Pentacles is here. I want to say trust that there is a message coming in here. It says here, I accept my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So if you're the one who in your gut knows that around the corner somebody is coming in to say something, I feel like you might be right. Let's take a look here. Tell me more about the 3 of Wands. For the collective, please tell me about the 3 of Wands. Collective, we have fire energy here. So Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Yeah, we have everybody here. We have water energy as well. Tell me about the 3 of Wands. What is arriving here? Because it almost feels like what's arriving is the Ace of Swords in reverse. So it is communication, but it's something that you don't really have clarity on. Something that maybe you don't understand, or it doesn't make sense. It's going to come with a Tower. So it's going to change things, change the dynamic between you. It's going to change things. But I want to say the reason that it's changing things is because it's not clear as to what they want. It's not clear as to what they want right now. We have the 6 of Swords. And we have the Hanged Man energy. 2 of Swords is in the distance. So it feels like the Hanged Man energy. It's like your gut is telling you, this person's around the corner. You know that there's going to be some sort of communication, but it feels like the Tower energy is here. And so that's, under there is the 3 of Wands. So what's arriving here is a Tower. What's arriving is something that is going to bring an upheaval to your life, unfortunately. And it might cause you just to cut this dynamic and move along. The 6 of Swords is here. And I feel like the communications and connections, it's like, I've been in this situation before. It feels like what is coming here is something you expected. That your gut was telling you that something was coming here, that there is going to be movement in this connection at some point here. Tell me about the the Ace of Swords. I think when this person arrives this time, I want to say that this person, when they arrive this time, they have closed old chapters. They've closed old chapters. They're willing to move forward, and they've been working on themselves. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, right? We have the Eight of Pentacles, which is the self. It's working hard, putting in the hard work, being very detail-oriented, looking over things very carefully. And then we have the energy here of Cancer. We also have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. It feels almost like this is some sort of a milestone or some sort of an achievement that this person wants to come in to talk to you about. But it's almost like you don't understand why they're coming in to tell you about it, because you're still at the Three of Pentacles stage. It's like there's no love here. It feels like you're happy because this person is sending a message, but you're still unclear on why they're sending you the message. Like maybe just to tell you that they've been healing or that they understand some sort of situation. The thing is that they're still keeping their feelings under the surface. They're not really willing to divulge their feelings, but they've been trying to work on finding a way to communicate with you. It's like they're unsure about what to say, and so that's why they haven't communicated with you up until now. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles, please. Because the Three of Pentacles is part of the grief, I believe. It says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it, but I feel like what you've lost more than love, more than twin flame dynamic, more than any of that, you've lost a friendship. And I feel like that's the hardest thing for you, that you want to collaborate, you want to get together, you want to have coffee. It feels like you want to... Yeah, you want to talk about why we've been in separation. The Page of Cups is here. So it feels like you still have feelings for this person. The Three of Cups is telling me that you want to have the reunion, that you're tired of being left out in the cold. It's like, Elsie, I didn't do anything. The person just keeps running. And I get it. I get it for sure. The Three of Pentacles tells me that you want to solidify something. Look, if we can't be lovers, if we're not going to be together as lovers, can we just be friends? There's 8 pentacles here. We can work on it. 5 and 3 is 8. The Page of Cups tells me it's a surprise. And it also tells me the apology is here. So it feels like that when we get back together again in the 3D world here, that we start working on it together. And I feel that you do receive an apology of some sorts. It feels like there is somebody who's coming back together in relationship to someone else that they feel is their twin. It's a message that's coming in. That's what starts everything. A happy message, or a message that you've really been hoping for, because the Nine of Cups is here. You feel like this person is your wish fulfillment, so you're really happy to hear from them. Tell me about this. We do have the Two of Swords. We have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So it feels like there is a message coming in, I feel, that is fun and flirty. I feel that this person's going to be lighthearted about it. I feel like the reason that they're contacting you is because they do want to talk about this. Look, it's like we need to solidify things in the 3D. And right now we're not getting along. You can see these two people are not looking at each other. Right now we're not getting along. I don't really know if I want to... I don't really know, even though we're the same, even though we act the same, we are the same, we both want the same things, I don't know if it can work because of the Two of Swords. It's like somebody here doesn't want to get hurt. They don't really want to share themselves. It's like they don't want to see the situation for what it is. So one of you understands the twin flame dynamic and the other one doesn't. The other one just sees it as a really terrible, awful relationship that is toxic and they want to get out of it. So I don't know who is who, queen or king, pick your side. We each have one here, right? Feminine or masculine. So I feel like the good news is that this person does want to speak to you. I feel like they're in a good mood. I think it's happy information when it arrives, but I feel like you quickly realize that you two still have these differences. The Two of Swords is here with the King and the Queen, and I feel like there's a block between you, and that is we can't talk about certain things because then it ends up in this. It ends up in the Ten of Swords, and then we're off chasing each other again, right? Chasing and running. Tell me about the Ten of Swords, please. We have the Queen of Swords, we have the the Ten of Wands, and we have the Death card. So the whole point of this person bringing this message in or contacting you is because they want to put an end to this. They want to put an end to the heavy things that they're carrying. The Ten of Wands is here, and somebody wants to be completely honest with you. And they just want to end this pain that they've been going through. In the Ten of Swords, they don't like to be separate from you either. But at this point, one of you doesn't understand the twin flame dynamic, and one of you is wanting to end this only because it's pain, it's painful, it's heavy to carry. But I know that if we have this communication with the Queen of Swords present in the room, that I'm going to have to be really honest with you, and you're not going to want to hear some of the things that I got to say, and it's going to end up being a really heavy conversation. So it feels like somebody here doesn't want to talk, but they're willing to transform this energy, this energy out of pain, out of burden. Let's turn it into conversation. Let's talk about it. But this is really going to be tough. It's going to be not easy, I think, because of the Two of Swords coming up with the King and the Queen of Pentacles. So we could be talking about Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We do have Scorpio here, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have Cancer energy here. We have Piscean energy here. We have Scorpio energy. Yeah. So there is somebody here who I think is coming in to give an apology. I feel you've been manifesting it from your twin flame. I feel like that's what this is about here. And I do have a twin flame deck. I'm just, for those of you who are in separation, let's get some messages from the twin flame deck. That's what I have here. And let's get some more information here for you. Now, I don't normally do twin flame readings on this on my platform here because it's something that's very confusing to people, and a lot of people are dealing in a false flame relationship where it's actually a really toxic, terrible, awful situation, and they think it's a twin flame situation. And so I don't like to perpetuate that. Look, these cards came up talking about twin flames, so that's why I'm doing this reading. But I don't usually do twin flame readings on this platform for that reason, because there's not enough of an understanding about it. So I'm ready to communicate. So somebody here is ready to communicate. We know that because the message is coming in, right? We see that the Page of Wands is in this reading. I'm ready to communicate. Tell me more. We have, I am not used to love like ours. Please forgive me. So somebody truly does not understand the twin flame dynamic here. They truly don't understand that it's more about the growth of the spirit in both of you than it is anything else. We've got, I am not the person you remember me to be, right? We're saying here that this person is showing up, having had victory over growing themselves, right? So working on themselves with the Eight of Pentacles, and they've closed off certain things in their life that they're no longer interested in entertaining. And I feel like somebody here has changed, has been working on themselves. I choose you. We have our connection is so real. I only want you. So I think that's what they're coming in to tell you, that they only want you. But the thing is is that it's always going to be apart and together. And that's the thing. And if you don't understand that we really have to work on it together, then it's never going to come back together again, right? What do we got in the bottom here? I'm finally realizing. So someone is finally realizing. Please don't give up on us. I'm just going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for coming here and watching. I do appreciate you. If you're interested in a private reading, I do twin flame readings on a personal level over on Wizio. You can find all that information if you click on the word more under this video. You will find what you need to get to Wizio. I do twin flame readings there. And that is only if you understand that you are in a twin flame dynamic. I don't do readings to tell you if you have a twin. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for watching here. I appreciate you. I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. I'm out. Bye.